Unity works in a project structure. If you've worked in 3ds Max or Maya, for example, this is a familiar workflow. We have a master folder in which we'll have subfolders that we'll bring our assets, scripts, and animations into. It allows us to keep everything for our game contained, and to move it around if we need, or transfer it between computers. I'll start out by launching Unity, and then create a new project to work in. In the Unity Project Wizard, we have options for opening a project and browsing to a directory if we need. We can also create a new project, and this allows us to custom configure what we'd like to have in our game. In the Create New Project tab, we can set a project location, bring in packages of ready-made components we'll use, and set up defaults for our game. I'll start out by bringing in a couple of packages. These are things that we use commonly, and rather than recreate the wheel, we have ready-made pieces. We can modify them if we need, but most often we're going to simply put them in. I'll add in a character controller, and then scroll down and bring in my scripts. We can always bring in more packages, but these will increase the size of our project. A package for us in Unity is simply a part of a project that has been exported out to be imported into another project. I'll leave the setup defaults as 3D. One of the big new features in Unity 4.3 is the 2D engine, allowing us to bring in sprites or sprite sheets, flat drawings with alpha channels, attach 2D physics to them, and make flat or 2D games. This provides a much easier way to make 2D games than simply putting things on planes in a 3D space and trying to view it straight on. We'll leave those defaults as 3D. And finally, we'll browse to a new directory to make our project. I'll click on the Browse button and go make a new folder for my Unity project. Here in the exercise files for Chapter 2, I'm going to make a new folder. Unity wants to create a new project in a blank folder so it doesn't accidentally overwrite any previous work. I'll click on New Folder and name this folder for my project. Once I've selected a new folder, the Select Folder button is available. If you try to make a new project in a folder that has objects in it, that'll be grayed out, letting you know that you need to make a new folder for your project. Once I've selected my project location and chosen any packages I'd like to bring in, as well as my setup defaults, I'll click on the Create button. Unity will take a minute, depending on how many packages are selected, create the project, and then open up the Unity interface. Unity is opened, and there's exactly nothing going on. There's no defaults in Unity for our project. It's exactly blank. There's no daylight, no clouds, no sky. It gives us an enormous amount of artistic flexibility to be able to custom craft the look of our game. We need to bear in mind, though, that there is exactly nothing to start, so if we want something, we'll have to add it in. There's also no scene yet. A scene is within a Unity project and can be a level or a piece of a level. It's where the actual gameplay will take place. It allows us to keep within that project different parts of our games organized and open or transition between as we need. I'll click on File, and we can see that I can save a scene and save a project, and they're different pieces. Saving a scene saves that particular scene and anything that's been placed in it, such as assets or scripts. Saving a project saves a particular view of a scene and anything in the project we've done, such as organization in our assets folder. It's important to understand the difference in them, that scenes travel within projects, and saving a project does not automatically save a scene. Now that we've got our project made, we'll jump in and start moving things around, bringing pieces into our game, and starting to populate our exactly blank space.